you go.
What's up, folks? Cousin Judd here with Cousin Judd Outdoors. I got my buddy Eric behind the camera today. Go ahead, turn it to yourself, say smile. Hey, we're gonna talk about hunting rigs today. And you can see here, we got ourselves a Yamaha Viking, and we got ourselves an Arctic Cat Prowler. You know, we're gonna talk about, what's the best hunting rig and what guys use, mostly to go hunting with. And I don't know if you can hear one off in the distance. Just flying away, right? Let's fire these bad boys up. So most hunters, they got themselves a brand new $50,000 Polaris Ranger or your Can-Am Defender, those fancy rigs with the doors and all that shit on them. Got heaters in them and everything like that. So we got these things here just romping up and down the mountain, I mean, listen to this thing, That's what you sound like going up and down the mountain. Can you hear me? I don't know if I can hear myself. You guys are messing up my hunting spots is what you're doing. Flying around in these damn things, Like I said, you take this sucker down to the creek with some cooler full of beer and go get drunk, and that's what you do, is have fun with these things. Listen to these things. Blah, 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 blah. This is what I'm talking about. Guys flying around in the mountains here in beautiful upstate Arizona right now. It's deer season, and elk season. You got these guys zipping up and down these mountains making all this damn noise, with these so-called hunting rigs. These things to me are more like joyriders. This is where I pack me a old case of beer and let's go down to the creek and we'll sit in one of these guys, right? Shut these suckers off. What you need is grab yourself a Miller High Life like that, a 40, and then you need to get yourself a couple of geo trackers is what you need. Bang! Look at these sexy things. This, my friends, is the best hunting rig you could ever buy. Let's fire this bad boy up. Listen to that. Listen to that. So as I slide into my hunting spot and my geo tracker all nice and quiet, I set up and everything like that, here you guys come. Flying up the mountain, messing up my hunting spot that I worked so hard to get. When you really need to get yourself a couple of geo trackers. So these rigs right here, what's your Polaris Ranger run you? 30K? Bells and whistles, Can-Am Defender, 35K, 40K when it's out the door. I'll show you. This guy right here, paid $1,000 for it. $1,000. And I put, obviously, the tires on it. Needed to do a little bit of engine work to it, put a new fuel pump in it, put a battery in it, put some new injectors in it. I think out the door, I got $3 grand in this one here. Now this one here, a little bit more fancier, obviously. This is my baby. This is my bread and butter right here. We got this one here. We got the fancy lights. Bang. Got a horn. Look at this thing. This thing is so sexy. Barely here. Yourself a geo tracker. What you gonna do? It's gonna call my man Tony with Highway 83. and he's gonna hook you up with all the parts that you need to get this thing going. But this geo tracker here, paid $1,000 for it. Obviously I got fancy dancy tires put on it, the light kit and everything all together, you know, new fuel pump, spark plugs, all the simple shit. Got another same thing, probably $2,500 in this one. Out the door I probably got this one for $3,500, and that's with all the lights and everything like that, you know. Yeah, let's take it inside. Take a look inside. We'll bring her on in. We got our light bar assembly, stick shift, we got heat, we got windows all the way around. We got the topper, geo tracker, folks. That's what I'm talking about. You don't need all this fancy dancy side by sides and all that jazz, making all kinds of racket. Make sure you get yourself another highlight though. Four-wheel drive. These suckers can rock climb. This thing can go down some stuff that these things can't even do. We get the good super high ground clearance on them, you know. Oh, I forgot to mention I put a cheapo lift kit on them too. New shocks, you know, like that stuff's like, you know, a couple $100. But geo tracker, folks, the best hunting rig that anybody could possibly buy. I wish more of you guys would buy this stuff, so I don't have to hear you zipping around the mountain, flying up the mountaintop, you know, and that loud ass Can-Am Defender you got, or the Polaris Ranger, whatever it is, with your $35,000 rig. You can go buy a car for $35,000. Crazy shit. Make sure you get yourself a Miller High Life too. Catch you on the next one. Can you hear that? Hear that loud sumbitch ATV, Polaris Can-Am flying around. God. Hope he ain't hunting. Over there up on top of that hill somewhere. Pretty wild. These things get amazing gas mileage, super quiet, four-wheel drive, locking hubs. I mean, heat, the whole works. You know, put a top rack on there, haul your hunting gear around. You cannot go wrong, folks, with these. Like I said, you're gonna go buy yourself a geo tracker. You're gonna call my guy Tony, and you're gonna watch his YouTube videos, and he's gonna teach you how to get these suckers running. That's what he did with me. Fantastic piece of equipment. This one here's automatic. Geo tracker's where it's at.